Next, we've got a rematch from Week 3, where the Chiefs made it 13 wins in the last 15 against the Chargers. Can LA split the series for a second straight year? We'll find out on Thursday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
It'll be interesting to see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be a deflator, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
Set to do the honors here. And we are underway in Southern California. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led by the second-year man from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile. He's a guy who's had to share up detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week, he was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He shakes him off. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Tua hit in the ball zone. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. They'll be led by Teddy Bridgewater in his 8th season now in the NFL.
I've always loved Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of people have underrated him throughout his career. Remember, this is a guy who's battled back from a horrendous knee injury to find his way back as a starter in this league. More than capable right arm, tremendous leader. This guy knows how to make plays in the clutch.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing, Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Not the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
From the 36, Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man is Duvernay. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how will the backups prepare for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's complete to Williams. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. Now Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive.
Either way, they would take that production.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. They'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. John Kaminsky make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown down right at the 9-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position.
Oh, wide open, complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down to about the 2. A big play there for LA.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
on is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. One play, two plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down. Tua. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Nick Bosa. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pick up there.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll set them back 5. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. A carry here for Hunt. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out.
And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. On 2nd down and 4. Tua. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter,
Sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. And his throw here is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. Escapes the defender. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. Hitting Juju on the slant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Tua going to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Alton Robinson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Now Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw, Bridgewater. Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Bridgewater's throw going into the hands of Williams.
Good start there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Bridgewater's throw there taken in by Dorsett.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Bridgewater. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Crosby is good, and that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Under pressure, they got him again. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some.
And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. He's airing it out for Williams. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we wrap up Week 15 with the Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field. A good one in the NFC North. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They'll run on first down. Hunt. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing, Bridgewater. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And it's a fumble. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working looking out of the gun. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for KC. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack on 1st down, Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this is recovered by the Chargers. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. LA set to take over again on offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Bridgewater. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Play fake, Bridgewater. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Bridgewater. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Jeffrey Simmons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man left side is the tight end long. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Tua sets up to pass it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. .39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Bridgewater now. Got his man. It's Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Eric Wilson able to make the tackle. 6 yards left on second down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking to pass. Tua.
And hitting Juju on the slant.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they would throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Steps away to his left.
And he will have a Chiefs first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, it's Tua.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's long. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Here's Tua.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for KC.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. Dillon is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Dillon again.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down, Bridgewater. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Hunt. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Bridgewater now from the 50. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up the 3rd and 1. Now Tua. Off to Thomas on the left side.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First down, Chiefs. Tua now on first down. And that is incomplete here.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Tua to throw again. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis.
And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 65 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, Chargers. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Tua's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Got his man. It's the tight end Long. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
He's got Smith-Schuster, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tua to throw.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. But incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Tua.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return.
More from L.A. in a moment.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Tagovailoa. Open man is Duvernay.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
One final try for Tagovailoa.
Thomas brings it in. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Chargers, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.